So it's time yet again for another race, even though it's been less than a week at the time this one goes up. But it's time for another race, and this time Nick is in the Infinity. I'm still in that thing.
The big girl. The big girl,
yeah. And so this time we are actually redoing the first race that we ever did, but only in the sense of we're going back to that location. This time I'm taking back roads and Nick is taking highways.
But really city roads, because I'm not taking, he took like the big long stretch of highways. I'm going through our town this time. So this is gonna be a little interesting.
And on top of that, you have no tires.
Yep, and a new car. So
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you know, we get a video that, you know, Nick calls Patrick and the tires is blown on the car and we have to tow it, and that's fine. It's just it'd be a good video. So either way, this is gonna be a good video.
Can you make that happen?
I can't promise that'll happen.
Can I persuade you to promise that would happen? Nevertheless, we are going to just jump in the car and go. It's going to be similar to other races that we've done, but this time I'm taking back roads. And the difference is, Nick came up with this idea. The winner is the loser, and the loser is the winner. So the goal is to get there after. So if you have any suggestions for the next race, go ahead and put those down in the comments below. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be, this is going to be interesting.
I'm excited for this one.
All right, well, let's go, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so time to do the race. I don't know how exactly this one's gonna go because I'm gonna be on back roads, but Nick is going to be. Okay. I'm gonna be on back roads. Nick's gonna be going through town. So we shall see how this ends up. It's also incredibly hot today, much hotter than it's been. So I guess we'll just, yep.
Gotta figure out how to turn the AC down on this car. Just still learning it. I'm good to go. It smells bad, but that's just this car.
Okay, all right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go for it.
All right. Basically, I am going to be taking city roads here. Patrick is going to be taking back roads. Now, there are some tricky things he could do. You know, we've not really planned these routes for him as far as what is considered a back road. So he could technically take a back road instead of the one that I took last time, and it would significantly cut his route short. But we want to lose, right? So in theory, he needs to take the deep back roads, and I don't need to. Part of me, like, really just wants to win, right? Like, that's what I'm doing. And I see him back there, and he is going pitifully slow.
That car does not sound good, like, at all. No, okay, see, I remember Nick made this mistake last time. He went down that way, so I'm going to go out this way because it's quicker because there's pedestrians over there. Is this camera? I guess that'll work. So we're going to go out and take a right. Nick's going to go out and take a left. And I'm just going to hope I have enough gas to do this because I'm not filled up since the last race. I stopped fully and completely at that stop sign. I just did a jump cut to make it look like I didn't so we could build up some hype and get going quicker, but we are now on the route down the back roads, which is awful, honestly. Just this car on back roads, for me personally, is nowhere near as nice as it is on highways and main roads and city roads. It's not that it's bad at going around back roads, it's just, it's not fun. So yeah, here we are. You pretty much know where I am if you watched the first race we did because you're going to see where Nick was, but I am going to attempt... Oh God, I don't remember the route I'm supposed to take.
Okay, in that case, I need to go pitifully slow, but that's not in my nature, right? And I mean, this car is suited for it, sure. I mean, it's not like it's a nice sports car or anything. It's a sports sedan, I suppose, but I don't know. I mean, it's just weird to go slow for me. I'm just not used to that.
If you remember from older videos, my sense of direction is just garbage. No, but I want to get there slowly. This adds a different challenge to it, and I am not sure the benefit of losing, yet winning, because the loser is the winner. Whoever gets there last is the winner. But I'm not sure what that person gets as their
prize. I don't know, we're gonna have to see. Now, what's gonna be interesting here is you're gonna hear all of the weird noises the Infiniti makes, and it makes a lot of them. And you know, that's gonna be an interesting thing, because I feel like Patrick's just gonna be like, you hear that? That rattle. Probably food. Knowing me and Nick, it's probably going to be food. I've got to figure out what route I'm going to take, and unlike Nick, I'm not going to play with my phone. That is very dangerous. I'm going to use my car's navigation instead, which is even more dangerous because this car's navigation is... Sheriff. How is it every time I start out one of these races, first thing that comes up is a cop? Hi, officer. Hi. The goal with this car is we're just going to drive the crap out of it, do what we can to it, but not spend, you know, we only paid $900 for it, and we're currently in it at about $1,200, you know, to kind of get it safety ready, minus the tires. Once we add in the tires, we'll be in it at about $16,000, and that's not bad, but I don't know how much over that we're going to go, you know, like, we're trying to keep it lower budget as far as like cleaning it up and things like that. Like, we've tried our best to get the seats good, but the seats will never be perfect, you know, and stuff like that. But I don't know, this is going to be a cool car for races, because I think it's pretty well matched to the Range Rover in regards of not being super sporty and super limber. Like, you know, you go around a corner and you have some body roll there. He's just sitting in a man's driveway. I imagine that man comes home from work and just goes, huh, I think we're going the right way. I know where I am. This is the route I take to get home. You've probably seen this in videos. In fact, it's the way Nick goes home too. So I know where I am currently, and I'll know where I am up until I get to the lake. It's after that where it forks in the road that I'm not entirely sure which way I need to go. Overall, I think this is going to be really good. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn my phone on loud here. That way, when Patrick calls me, because I'm sure he will, we'll be able to hear him there. That's something else. This doesn't have Bluetooth set up. Technically, it has Bluetooth phone though. We've set it up, but I don't know how well it's working. If it's working, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. This is a cool car for a 2006 car. This thing's pretty cool. I'm trying to lose. I'm over here in the fast lane going 45. Okay, Nick, get it together. Nick, get it together. I'm gonna get over here, and I'm just gonna go slower. So the speed limit through here is 40. So I'm just gonna go a little like 38 or something like that, because I want to get there last. That's the point. But as slow as this car is on back roads, you know, right at this point, I remember Nick was going about 80, 45. But I can't do that. I'm going 35, which is actually the legal speed limit. Nick, I might actually lose this one just based on the fact that I can't drive that quickly. I think this Ford Focus is happy that I've cut them off and then now going slow, but yeah, they can get over it. I'm just trying to lose a race. You know, I don't know how much I can differ the route, but I mean, I think I'm gonna take a turn and kind of add, you know, maybe a mile to my route or something like that. See what happens. It's just sitting here cruising. This is so weird. I feel like I've made really good time and could actually be on point to win this race. Like, I've not got caught by any red lights or anything, and you know, we don't want to win. Okay, so good. We're getting caught by a red light here. That's a plus. Raptor. Okay, just a Jeep in the center of the road. Alrighty. The brakes on the Infiniti work pretty well now, which is good. We have some suspicion the right rear caliper might be going, but that we'll just know with time. I'm not feeling any sticking right now though, so that's good. But I don't know. This car is really cool in the fact of, you know, we got it for $900 and you know, it's got almost 200,000 miles. Our goal is to get it to over 200,000 miles. We're going to be putting tires on it probably in the next week or 2 weeks and going to be taking it down to Atlanta. It's like its first big road trip. Like, there's so many cool things that we're going to do with this car. And the fact that it's, you know, the $900 Infiniti is pretty cool. Nick is in traffic. And this time I know it's noon. He is in traffic. Probably pretty heavy traffic for the town because it's noon. It's lunchtime. So I gotta figure out my route. I know I've just spent the past 5 minutes talking about that, but it's what I need to do. Okay. I think it's music time, honestly, until I figure out this route. it still needs a cleaning. Like, we've cleaned it once, and that's nowhere near enough. Like, this thing needs like 10 cleanings before it's actually really and truly super sanitary in here. Like, you know, you're like, okay, we think we've got it, and then you open up something else, and you realize you've missed that, and it's just, it's bad. It's really bad.
That last video I did, not the last race, but the last video I did, answering questions about Range Rovers, actually did phenomenally well. Phenomenally. I think I said that right, but I probably didn't. But it actually did very well. I didn't expect it to do as well as it did. Within the first 24 hours, within really the first 20 hours, it had like 370 views, which for a channel of this size is actually fairly good.
All right, let's not accelerate. Oh, okay. The thing about this car is it seems like the throttle response is nothing everything. And that's something I've noticed with Nissans, so kind of makes sense it would be like that. But just got to try to start off slow here, you know, 20, 25, 30. 30's fine. 30's good.
That was actually a really fun video to do because I love answering questions and love sharing what I love about these cars. So if you have any questions, let me know. At this point, I remember too, Nick was going very fast because this is where Nick ran into the construction workers. It is honestly surprising to me. Let's just say Nick is a very blessed and lucky person.
It was a nice little go at 30 there. Let's go ahead and try to get on this road. Now, the thing about this road is that it's I think a little bit faster. But we could, you know, if we go 5 under or something, that's not a big deal. Like, 5 under is fine. It's like I'm just a grandpa, or like there's something wrong with the car, which I could honestly probably get like a cop or somebody like that to believe because, well, how do I put this? Cracked windshield, bad tires. If you put too many RPMs on it, there's a, what is that noise? It's a weird noise that comes. So, yeah, I think it would be pretty easy to convince that, you know, a cop that there's something wrong with this car, and I'm just trying to limp it to the mechanic, and I don't want to go too fast because the entire thing might go.
This time around, I actually want to fully stop at stop signs. There is no rush. In fact, we're just going for a leisurely cruise down the road. Leisurely. I'm having trouble with my words today. Another stop sign. Another thing I don't like about driving the Range Rover on back roads is it doesn't like stopping. I don't know what it is. The brakes are okay. I've had them for about 9 months and 5,000 miles. The brakes are okay. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel like it likes to stop. But anyway, we're almost to the lake. At least the lake I was talking about. The lake where we actually did donuts in the 4 Series. Which is why the 4 Series is not with us right now. It is near out of commission, in dire need of an oil change, and desperately in need of tires. So the 4 Series sat this one out, which is fine. I'm going too fast, I'm going to lose because I'll win. This is actually a lot more complicated than the other races because I have to gauge where I think Nick would be at this point. And now I know someone recommended that we use Waze to track each other, and I agree with you. Whoever commented that, thank you. I think that's a fantastic idea. We actually tried to do that and could not figure it out. So, might be using Find My iPhone next time, but to whoever recommended that, thank you. I really appreciate that comment because I think that will add a new spin and twist to these race, or in this case, anti-race video. So, feel free, if you have suggestions for these challenges, let me know. I've got to go. Maybe I should take a stop and look at the lake, just to be sure I don't win or lose.
This is the slow lane. If you want to pass me, get in that lane. Okay, get in that lane. That's the passing lane. This is the slowpoke lane where I go 30 or 35 and gotta poke along. There's no reason to ride my butt like that. Ride my booty? Sure, whatever.
Yes, look at all the people out for their nice Wednesday afternoon boating. I don't have a boat. I don't really know what you call it. Oh, there is actually a man in a Toyota Camry with a trailer on the back of it. What? That is the type of person who would call Toyota and complain about transmission problems.
This is relaxing. You know, this is a relaxing race. Just sitting back and taking a breather. You know, just relaxing, driving down the city streets with your Infiniti that cost you $900, and you don't know if it's going to start tomorrow. But to be fair, we also never knew if the Beamer was going to start tomorrow, so there's nothing new there. It's a good day.
Fully stopped at that stop sign as well. And now we're just going to continue on the route that is made up in my mind. It's been 10 minutes so far, and Nick's probably a solid halfway there. I doubt it. If I had to assume at this point, I would think he would be at the red light of Walters Drive and 11E and West Morse Boulevard. I'll kind of put a map up showing where I think he is right now.
I don't want to accelerate too fast here, so, you know, 15, 20, 25. Work truck just pulled away from me. That's how slow I'm accelerating. 30. 35. Oh, we went from 30 to 35 pretty quickly there. Found the Infiniti sweet spot. Okay. I love just all of the people that are passing me. I used to have an old Nissan truck called the Shitmobile. I actually got some drone footage of the Shitmobile. And what was great about that truck is that you just sat in the slow lane, you blew some smoke, and people passed you. And, you know, this experience right now, the Infiniti isn't necessarily a car where you have to go slow. You had to go slow in that truck. You didn't have a choice. Its max speed was 50. But, you know, this car's not like that. But it's nice to kind of relive that for a second. You know, the going slow, just taking your time because you have to and you want to, because the goal is to lose the race. So, you know, you just sit here and you just take a while.
If you guys have ideas for these challenges, these races, these anti-races, penalties we should pay, anything like that, please let me know, because I really enjoy doing these videos. I love recording them, I love editing them, but I can see them getting old after a while if we don't add new spins to things, which is why I think that Waze idea is so good. It's a simple idea that would add a completely new dynamic to the race, because we would be able to track where the other person is. Now, I'm about to come around the corner where, in the first race, Nick hung up on me because he thought it was someone else calling. So, that's where we are. Now, I have no idea where Nick is. Nick is on a completely different route that I didn't even take last time. I hopped straight for the highway, and he's taking through town, which is also a highway, but it's not the bypass. I took the bypass, we'll say that.
Something else I will say here, though, is that it took me like 20 minutes to do the leg that Patrick's doing. I went 45 very quickly, right? So this Chevy is still just up my ass. Same Chevy that I was talking about earlier. Anyway, and we have currently been going 10 minutes. And I am over halfway there, I feel. I feel like I'm over halfway there, and that's not good. We don't want to be over halfway there. Because, again, you know, the whole entire, well, how do I put this? Loser buys lunch, or winner buys lunch sort of thing. So you don't want to win. And I feel like I'm going to win, and that's not good.
I am ridiculously hungry, and I know you couldn't tell that, but very, very hungry, so I'm hoping that this penalty involves some sort of food. Maybe a salad. A kale salad. No. That doesn't say I've won, that says I've lost. I need a steak with a beer. I don't even like beer. That just feels like a good winning meal.
Like, I'm trying. Like, right now I'm going 30. Or 25, actually. We've dropped down to 25. We dropped down to 20 for a second. Got to speed back up now, or the Chevy will run me over. Which would be, except there was a Jag. It was an old Jag on a tow truck. Okay. But, nevertheless, I feel like I'm doing really well as far as winning goes. Yeah, this woman behind me is, I think, finally taking the hint that she needs to pass me. Finally. Like, come on. Here, what if I just speed up a little bit? Will you speed up and pass me? God, it's annoying, you know, someone just right up behind you. It's almost like what being in front of a BMW driver must feel like.
We're now on a straightaway where Nick went very fast, accelerated very quickly to get to the speed limit. I'm going 35. Seriously, I'm actually going 35.
Right. Anyway, I am making too good of time here. How have I only gotten caught by like 3 red lights? Like, this was set up, I should have been caught by every single red. Can I like backtrack, go back to the start, and then restart? Because I feel like that's what needs to happen here. Is that a limo? No, okay. I thought there was like a stretch SUV limo there. It wasn't. Okay, that woman is finally turning off. God, now the Chevy, that's like a BMW driver, that was behind me is gone, so that's good.
You know, one of the downsides to the Range Rover is all of the shiny materials. And there is this chrome metallic plastic piece down here that is very bright. And it blinds you around certain corners at certain times of day. And apparently that was one of those corners and the time of day. Yay.
It's just chillaxing. Just chillaxing. I mean, I am making way too good a time here. I am making way too good a time. I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I've just made such good time that I'm gonna win. And the goal is not to win. To be fair, I forgot that at first, but now it's like, it's very real in my mind that I'm gonna win this thing, and I don't need to win this thing. I'm doing too well. It's been 12 minutes. It took me in the BMW going much faster, I'm sure, than Patrick will go, 20 minutes to do that route. And I'm currently sitting at 12 minutes to do this route so far, and I'm not 8 minutes away. Like, I'm well over halfway at this point. And I mean, like, I'm going 35 and a 40 right now, okay? Like, there is no doubt that I am trying everything I can do to go slow. But it's just not working. It's just not. I mean, like, people are coming up behind me, and they are getting over, and they are passing me, which is what we want. But they're not passing me fast enough. I am not going slow enough. But if I go slower than this, I am a safety hazard. Why? This red light literally always catches me. Always. Didn't catch me here. Road work ahead. Thank God. Maybe this will be, like, backed up for a couple miles. It's not gonna be.
So I am actually going to take a slower route down a very curvy back road in order to slow myself down. Now, this is a road that we love driving because it has hairpin turns, sweeping corners. It's just a very fun road to drive. In the 4 Series or in the Infiniti, it would actually be okay. In the Range Rover, that's not the case. It's probably going to be awful. In fact, I've driven it a couple times. One time I was late for an appointment when we were selling real estate. And I was trying to get to a neighborhood as quickly as possible. Actually, funny enough, fun fact, it's the neighborhood that we use for the drone shots where we drive through the gate. That's the neighborhood that I was going to. But I was very late, probably 30 minutes late for this appointment. I just rolled out of bed. That's how much I cared about selling houses to people. And I had to take this road because it's technically the quickest way to get to that neighborhood. I'm in the other lane, going 30. It's a very tight road. It's a very small road. There's houses everywhere, and the corners are very, very sharp for a residential road. So I guess you wouldn't make it an industrial road or commercial.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get over. I'm going to be going very, very slow. I'm trying to figure out what that noise is. It's kind of new for this car. I'm not used to that noise. There's a lot of noises, just not that one. This is red light. Literally, both the red lights in front of me. There's two that I thought, they always catch you. They always catch you, these two red lights. Both of them are green right now. Both of them. This is the most unlucky drive through our town. I mean, normally, I would have made great time. This is great. Like, getting to the other side of town in like 13 minutes, that's great. But today it's not. Today I wish I'd gotten caught at every red light, and guess what? None of that happened. Okay, well, I am now at a red light, finally. Just sitting here, and I'm hoping that it lets everyone but me go. Skip the light cycle for me, please. Skip the light cycle. That's what we need here. That's what we need. And it didn't. It's like, Nick, no, you go now. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to go, but I will. Slowly, but I will. So I'm just going to kind of, you know, we're getting on more of a highway here. So now my average speed is actually going to go up. Meaning I'll get there even faster. And that's not what we want. We don't want to get there faster.
It looks like it's a shortcut to the road that I need to get on. It's not, because I have to go so slow on it. I think it's technically a shorter distance, minus the fact I am winding around these roads like a bat in hell. This is the corner that I love taking in Nick's car. It's the corner I hate taking in my car. No, one more. Another one. Well, if I had brakes before, I don't have them now. What does a hard dick and Cheerios mean? Huh? Okay, so I'm now gonna take this road. Oh, hello. Hi. Sorry. Gonna take this road. Honestly, I'm not trying to be slow at this point. I have no idea where to go. I don't know where. I don't think I actually wanted to turn down this road because this is going to take me down by that neighborhood, which you can get to where we're going from there. But I don't know, like that. I feel like that's going to put me at an advantage because it's going to be so slow. The leaves are falling, and that makes me sad. Although last winter I had very worn tires, as you can recall from previous videos. That made for such a fun experience. This car can handle so much with its traction control systems and everything, but when you don't have tires on it, that traction control system is always compensating for your dumbass. So it was actually pretty fun to see how that car handled in snow with very bald tires. And that was actually due to the front lower control arms, both left and right, needing to be replaced. It was a lot sharper than I remember.
So let's go ahead, get it up to speed, get over. What's the minimum? So it's 55 is the minimum speed. We're going to try to set our cruise control at 50. 50 is what we're going to set our cruise control at. Because, again, this car has problems. At least that's what I'm going to say. I have no clue, by the way, how to set the cruise control. Oh, I have set the cruise in this car at 50 miles an hour in a 55. And so this is what we're going to do. We're just going to cruise, go this speed. I can't really slow down, go slower than this. I mean, people are about to run me over as is. But I can go this speed and hope that I don't get ran over. That's basically my stick here. That's what I'm doing. I hope you can see out the window. I don't know if you can, but I just got passed by 3 cars. One of them very, very shitty. I don't even want to attempt what it was, but it was a shitty car. I'm hoping that Patrick is already here. I'm hoping that he's made great time. But he's not even called me yet. And he always calls me at what he considers his halfway point. At least I don't think he's called me. No, he has not called me yet. And I am 80% of the way there at this point. The last half of this video is just going to be Patrick. Because I have apparently went too fast.
You got it. I feel like I've taken this way and I've now gone too slow. So because of that, I don't want Nick to be angry that I've gone too slow of a way, so I'm going to speed up a a little bit. But to be fair, I had to take this road anyway. Or not this road, just a part of this road. I'm now going too fast. To get to Buffalo Trail, which is the road that I would use. I think they've closed the neighborhood. Wouldn't surprise me. It's a failed lake development. Oh no, they're just working on the gate. Get in your fucking lane, sir. I came around that corner and he was halfway in my lane. Can't really blame him. I came around that corner pretty quickly. Like, I'm being taken over right now by an 18-wheeler. Be it he doesn't have a trailer on him, but I am being overtaken by him. In the Infinity. In Eagle. The machine Infinity. Being overtaken by a 18-wheeler. Which is wonderful. So I'm sitting back relaxing as I'm on the highway. Going 50. And I don't know. I've won. I think it's safe to say that I've won. And that's not a good thing. This is a challenge. I want a rematch of this one. I want a rematch. I don't know. I don't know what I would necessarily do differently, but I feel like too many things were in my favor this time for absolutely none of those red lights to really catch me. Like, I mean, I was just cruising through town with absolutely no red lights catching me. And it was annoying. Typically, you want to avoid... Now, after this video, on the way back, taking the Infinity back home, it's going to be every red light. I'm going to be caught by every red light. But in the video, when I need to be caught by red lights, no. Not a single one. Not a single one. Not a single... This is literally the last red light that I can be caught at. I'm going to slow down. I'm expecting this red light to change any minute. Right? I'm expecting this red light to change. Yes! I was caught at this red light. Literally the final one before the destination. Doing this in like 20 minutes or less here. I don't even know. Man, oh man. But I hope Patrick's been more entertaining here. I feel like it's just been me driving and talking about how I'm not getting caught by enough red lights. It's very odd. It's not something I'm used to. I almost want to blow by this turn up here, just by one turn, and come back and see if that has any effect. I guarantee that if I do that, I'll still win. That's how much confidence I have that I am, in fact, ahead right now. Right? That's how much confidence I have that I'm going to win this race. And it's really sad. Like, it's really sad that I'm going to win the race. I know that doesn't make any sense to you, but, yeah. Yeah, well, it probably does. I mean, you're watching this video, you know the loser is actually the winner. But I'm sitting here going 50 again on the not on the interstate, on the highway, and that's that. I've got a Dodge Caravan sucked right up behind me. Beautiful lake views out here. I mean, absolutely stunning. So we've got that going for us. But other than that, it's just a win, and we didn't want to win. We wanted to lose. All right, let's go ahead, get on over here, turn into the destination, and hope that somehow Patrick made better time in the Range Rover on that route than I did in the BMW. Let's hope. It's not going to happen. He's nowhere to be seen. Absolutely nowhere to be seen. I won, but I lost, and now I have to buy the lunch. I think this time it's time for Patrick to give Patrick a call. I don't want him to know that we've won though, right? So gotta be careful with that. I'm gonna position ourselves here where he will see us right as he pulls in. I don't know. Woohoo! We won! But we lost. So, let's go ahead. Let's give Patrick a call here. See what he says.
Holy shit, I got a kid.
Oh, Nick is calling. Do I answer? I guess. Hello?
Hey, where you at?
I don't know.
What?
I am somewhere between what I assume is Windswept, the neighborhood, and Buffalo Trail.
Damn.
Where are you?
I'm on the highway.
You're on a highway? What highway?
25.
You're on 25?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean?
How have you gone that quickly? The point was to go slowly.
I tried very hard. You'll see in the video. It's kind of sad how hard it was. One, for me to go slowly, but two, it's just the route.
Oh. Okay.
I should have. Apparently, you took this very long. I thought you were taking the same route I did last time.
I was trying to. I have the world's worst sense of direction.
So you've gotten lost, and I've apparently done extraordinarily fast, which makes me the loser, even though I'm the winner, and even though I'm the loser.
Well, you're not there yet. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Are you there yet?
I don't know.
I'm going through a school zone, so I'm going about 15.
No, you're just there, aren't you? Yeah, but there's no way I'm, like, not winning. My GoPro just died, too, so...
It did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, anyway, alright. I'll see you there.
Alright.
Well, that's sad. No. No, you can't say that. That is very disappointing. I mean, I've won by losing. It's just disappointing. Because I won too badly. By losing by too much.
So I'm on my phone now, my GoPro has died. This went a bit drab, to be honest. It could have been a lot better, I think. I just didn't get caught by any red lights, and took an immediate, like, I don't know. Like, I even took a longer route that probably added an extra 5 minutes max to, you know, at least a couple minutes to my route. Went 40, 35 the entire time on the highway, going 50, and I still won, but lost. But won. I don't know. Patrick said I gave the winner away, but the thing is, it's like there's no way of not giving it away with the video. I don't know. This is interesting, but I'll see Patrick once he gets here. I'm buying lunch. I did too well. It's very odd this one. These are the tires I just drove here on. Bit of dry rot on those, I think, isn't there? Beautiful out here today, though. Absolutely beautiful. Not so beautiful, but beautiful lake. Mountain views. Absolutely stunning. The lake's at a good level, too. This lake lowers and rises, so it's nice.
So it is now about time that we are merging onto the highway that will take us to the boat ramp, in which Nick is already there. This race really did not go as planned. It was actually kind of a failed shit video. Just gonna get all the way over. Yep, I see Nick down there. Now the funny thing is, Nick, when I won, could not see me down there at all because his car's too low. But in my car, I can see halfway to Africa from here. Really?
Yeah, not a single red light, just smooth sailing the entire way. I think we need a rematch on this one.
I do too. Maybe where I don't take the wrong road. So yeah, what do I get for lunch?
Whatever you want. We go to Olive Garden even. In our town, it's a fancy restaurant. In most places, it's not, but here it is.
You can go to Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah! Did not go as planned. I honestly expected it to be really close.
Yeah, I did too, and it just
Wasn't. No.
You are much better at going slow than I am.
There are scenes that you will see where I am flying. Like, legit.
At first, I was going the speed limit up until about Lowe's there, and then I went, wait, I'm supposed to be trying to lose. And then I
See,
got
that's
over
what happened to me.
and backed off a lot. And I didn't go through town necessarily. I went around and took the
Westmore's
Boulevard, yeah. And because I thought I would be slower, and I went like 35 the entire way. I don't know. It just didn't work out. But I think it'll be a good video. It's just interesting.
There are people who came out of a big lifted Ford truck, took their clothes off, and got in the lake. And they are now throwing big rocks at each other with cigarettes. You just don't get this in other towns, do you? Like, that's almost Kentucky level. Except they're throwing rocks, not coal. This is why in the last video, when I said we were going to Dandridge, that's why. This is the place we came the first time that I was talking about. That's just a little weird. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Nick, rematch. Because this did not go well.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
We'll do a rematch.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.